Hey guys, it's Meg and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal ready for June, and let's just get into it. So, a few things to mention before we get started is, firstly, I'm trying out some new fine liners that I've not really used before. I've used them on the odd spread, but not in a proper plan with me, and these are the Pigma Microns, so you'll see me using those and showing you what size I'm using throughout. And the other thing to talk about is the fact that we are now setting up for June, and this will be my 1 year anniversary of being on TikTok and creating the whole Meg Notes account and all this kind of stuff that I've been up to recently with the bullet journaling. And so in honour of the fact that it is my 1 year Meg Notes anniversary, I am recreating my very first bullet journal spread that I did on this account. I started my TikTok on the 7th of June and my YouTube followed a little bit after that. But I just thought it would be a really nice and kind of nostalgic moment for me to recreate the first bullet journal theme that I did, and that was lemons. So that's what you're going to be watching me set up throughout this video. There are a couple of reasons why I wanted to do this. Firstly, just for me and my own enjoyment. It's a pretty big moment really, because when I first started this whole account, it was just for fun. It was going to be maybe a little side hustle, but it's now my full-time job, so I am very, very grateful for everything that has happened in the past year almost. And the other reason I wanted to do it was I wasn't making proper YouTube videos back then, and my lemon spreads were the first TikTok spreads that went viral, so I thought this would give me a really cool opportunity to upgrade the spreads that I did but still take a lot of inspiration from those, and it would also allow me to create a tutorial type plan with me for you guys if you weren't following my accounts back then and didn't see the lemon spreads, or if you did, then this will give you a full-on tutorial and show you step by step how I created those spreads that blew up my account in the first place. So whilst you watch me colour in my little quote page which says, "When life gives you lemons, make lemonade," it's kind of a typical quote that you would pick if you were doing a lemon themed spread, so of course that's what I picked a year ago. It was a little bit different when I first did it, but I wanted to keep it similar in some aspects but upgrade it a little bit with new techniques and I guess a different style that I've probably got now. But whilst you watch that, I just wanted to give a little bit of a background on me and how I got into doing the whole Meg Notes, bullet journal, TikTok, YouTube type of stuff, if you're interested. And as this is a bit of a 1 year anniversary YouTube video, I thought this would be the most appropriate time to do it for anyone who's interested in knowing how I got into all this. So early last summer 2021, I was just coming to the end of my law degree at university, and because I had done pretty well in all of my grades and my assignments and stuff, I also had really neat notes. I was planning to put a TikTok together to try and sell my notes to people and help people with revision tips and exam tips, how to do well at uni, that sort of angle is what I was going for. And because I also enjoyed bullet journaling and it's kind of linked with studying, productivity, organisation, all of that kind of stuff, I thought it would go really well. And because writing up my notes and creating exam advice and revision advice and law notes and all of that stuff was going to take quite a lot of time, I thought I would include the bullet journal stuff on the same account, so I would have something to post in between when I was writing out lots of notes and trying to make things to help people with their uni life. However, I posted a couple of notes related TikToks at the very, very start, and then as soon as I posted a bullet journal spread, which I believe was this lemon cover page, I think, it just blew up and it kind of took off, and I just didn't really look back. There wasn't really time for me to be doing the notes after that point because I was making, at the start, probably 3 TikToks a day, every day for months, and I was just really enjoying it. When I think back on it now, I was at my uni flat, it was the summer, I'd just finished my degree, I'd got a first class honours, and I'd got some awards at the graduation ceremony. It was like living the good life, and I was very much just riding the wave of everything was going well, but it wasn't going so well that I was going to suddenly have that as a job. I was obviously a new graduate and was in that kind of difficult position of trying to think what I might want to do as a career. I'd been kind of hiding in education for quite some years, so I was now finally faced with trying to make the decision of what I wanted to do with my life. So when all of this started going well, it just kind of felt like a bit of a sign to me, because I knew I didn't want to be a lawyer, even though I had a law degree. I wanted to do something creative, but I guess throughout education you get quite easily geared towards certain career paths. I went to a grammar school, so it was especially important there, and you were made to feel like it was very important to go to university and have an academic career. But my passion has always been in arts and being creative. I also used to dance, and I went to ballet school and did ballet for 20 years, so I'm just a creative person, and I think that's when I feel my best, is when I'm doing arty, creative stuff and just living the good life, you know? So when all of this started going well, I was just saying to myself, I'm just gonna let it see how it goes. I wasn't planning to get a job straight out of uni anyway. I'd finished in sort of May, June. I wouldn't have probably started looking for a job until like September, so I could have a bit of a summer off. And I just spent that summer working so hard on my TikTok, and it just started going really well. So for anyone who's interested, in my first week on TikTok, I went from 0 to 1,000 followers, and I was buzzing. I was texting my boyfriend, keeping him up to date with like every single follower I gained, basically. I made a note of every 100 followers I went up. It was just like really exciting, and it felt really quick. It felt like I was blowing up, even though I'd only got 1,000 followers. So I started on Monday the 7th of June, obviously with 0 followers, and then by Monday the 14th of June, a week later, I had 1,000 followers. Like I said, I was just buzzing. But then by the following Monday, the 21st, I hit 10,000 followers. So I'd gone from 1,000 to 10,000 in the space of a week, and from 0 to 10,000 in the space of 2 weeks. So I was just starting to think, hang on a minute, this is going like absurdly well, and it was kind of starting to freak me out in a really good way. My boyfriend and I were just like, let's just see how far this goes. He was so supportive, and I definitely would not be doing this without him telling me that this is a legit career. If you enjoy something, you can make it work. And here we are a year later, full-time jobbing it on this whole content creation thing, and I am literally loving every single second of it, and I am so glad that I did it. So that is just a little note to you all. If you've got something that you're doing that you really enjoy and it doesn't feel like work when you're doing it, try and pursue something in that, because if you really enjoy it, then you're going to make it work, and you just need to have a little bit of faith and you can make it happen. And just to interrupt my little story time, I am creating a calendar page here, so the little boxes represent each day of the week and all the days of the month, set up from a Monday to Sunday perspective, and I will just use this to colour in the days as they go by, to use it as a kind of daily tracker to just track the days as they go. But anyway, back to the story. So in 2 weeks I had gone from 0 to 10k followers on TikTok, and then a couple of weeks later, at the very start of July, I was on 20k. And fast forward to December, I was on 100,000 followers, and I'd done all of that in the space of 6 months. I had been, at the very start, as I said earlier, creating 2 to 3 TikTok videos a day, if not more sometimes. I was just really putting every single hour I had into it. As the followers grew and it was a bit more of a steady thing, that I wasn't so worried that, oh, if I stop posting then everyone's just going to stop following me, I then kind of scaled that back a bit and would occasionally have a day where I didn't post, and went down to sort of 1 to 2 a day. I think 2 is ideal, but at the moment I'm doing 1 just because that's what works for me, and obviously I'm busy with other content and things, but I do still very much enjoy it, and I just think that kind of shows that if you get into something you enjoy and you're doing it for the right reasons, then you will probably continue to enjoy it. So I really hope that story gives you a bit of hope if you're sitting there thinking, I have no idea what kind of job I want to do when I grow up, or when I finish school or university, I'm really worried that I'm not going to have a job, or I won't enjoy my job, or anything like that. I had literally finished university. I'd finished the entirety of education, and I just started winging it on TikTok, and here I am, and I'm just having a great time. So I would love if this story could kind of inspire anyone else to follow their dreams and their passions and just make it work, because I believe in you, and I was lucky enough to have someone who believed in me and supported me all the way along, and if you don't have that, then I will be your cheerleader. Drop down in the comments what your dream jobs are, your aspirations for life, and we can cheer each other on. The community that has grown around my Meg Notes account is just incredible. It is also what helps keep me going when I'm getting a bit tired or I'm getting a bit burnt out. It's the fact that people love my videos, they enjoy being able to chat on the live premieres and all that kind of stuff. That's what keeps me going, and knowing that you guys enjoy my content makes me want to keep creating it. So I hope this 1 year nostalgic throwback to my very first set of bullet journal spreads in the lemon theme has been enjoyable for you to watch, whilst you've heard a little bit of the backstory that has led us here. If you want to know anything more about my kind of TikTok career and YouTube story, then please let me know down below. I'm happy to answer any questions. And like I said, don't forget to drop in the comments, what are your dream jobs? What is something that you're thinking, oh, I could never do that, but you definitely can? Put it in the comments and I will hype you up, we will get you there. And hopefully you can just give it a go, because you never know where you could end up. But that's it for my little motivational speech. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed hearing my little story on the Meg Notes account. But going back to the spreads, this is the mood tracker, and this was the only spread that wasn't part of the original set that I did last June, just because at the very start I wasn't even really sure what I was doing. So I didn't include a mood tracker last year, but now it's become a bit of a staple. So I've created one to tie in with all the lemon spreads, and I think this one works pretty well. It's quite an easy setup, just went with the normal lemon kind of shape and used the segments as the tracker, and again used my simple key using smiley faces to show which mood I'm talking about. The only difficulty is drawing the circles. It's really hard to draw because I'm not using some sort of compass like I did with the pencil to draw them out, so they're a little bit wobbly, but I think it's kind of cute, adds to the look of how it's hand drawn and stuff. You can probably draw better circles than I can, but if it doesn't go quite as well, then try not to worry, because mine didn't go too well either. But that is it for my June plan with me. I really hope you've enjoyed watching these spreads come to life. Thank you so much for listening to my story and listening to me waffle on. I hope it's been somewhat inspirational or motivational for you. Don't forget to drop down in the comments what your June theme is going to be, and also let us know what your dream job is, because I would love to hype you up and help you feel like you can achieve that dream. Special thanks goes out to this week's subscriber shout out. Thank you so much to the Peach Boutique for all your lovely comments on my channel. I've been loving reading them and I'm very, very grateful. Don't forget to check out my other June theme ideas video if lemons aren't quite your thing. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I next upload, and I'll see you in the next one.